FBI Director Kash Patel said in a Sunday interview, quote, "You cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest." Does the president believe the Second Amendment rights remain in effect even when protesting?
The president supports the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding American citizens. Absolutely. There has been no greater supporter or defender of the right to bear arms than President Donald J. Trump. So while Americans have a constitutional right to bear arms, Americans do not have a constitutional right to impede lawful immigration enforcement operations. And any gun owner knows that when you are carrying a weapon, when you are bearing arms, and you are confronted by law enforcement, you are raising the assumption of risk and the risk of force being used against you. And again, that's unfortunately what took place on Saturday.
Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is the mine in Atlanta. And you see here on the screen the Congregation of the Hypocrites. And I'm speaking to Esau Edom, so-called Caucasians, including the tiny tops. That's the hypocrite in the Bible. They're also known as the wicked. They're also known as the red horse. They are Edom. They are Idumea. These are the sons and daughters of Esau Edom, the wicked. And we're watching their end, and they're being found to be a bunch of hypocrites. They're being found to be the borders of wickedness. And really everything that's wrong within this earth. These are the devils, which devil goes into deceiver. So of course the devil is going to be a hypocrite. And these are the same people that have touted 2A rights. And these are the same people that stood up for Kyle Rittenhouse when he went to a protest with a rifle and killed somebody. These are the same people. Now they're saying, no, at a protest you can't have anything like that because they're trying to cover themselves. At first they were trying to say that guy pulled it out, but that wasn't true as well. These are hypocrites, these are liars, and this is the end of their world. That's why it's so obvious at this point that these are just hypocrites. And so let's check out what Nero's got to say about it, because he's the king of the hypocrites.
Well, that being said, you can't have guns. You can't walk in with guns. You can't walk in with guns. You can't do that. So, it's just a very unfortunate
And that was a little hard to hear, but he said you can't have guns. You can't have guns at these rallies and protests. But these are the sons and daughters of Esau Edom. Their blessing was the sword. The gun is the modern day sword. Now they're going against the swords. And so you can see their hypocrisy within Second Amendment rights. They're pretty much trying to get rid of that. So if they're against you, you can't have 2A rights. If they're against you, you can't have First Amendment rights. You can't say what you want. There's consequences if you say what you want, but they can say whatever they want. Especially you think about people like Captain Kirk. They touted his, but then it's somebody else, and they will. Oh, or if you go against them, then they want to silence you as well. These are hypocrites. And then with this whole, with the whole ICE thing, what about Fourth Amendment rights? Those are completely gone. Search and seizure. They can stop you. They can say that you are the big T word for coming to a protest with or doing your 2A rights. They can call you that because these are hypocrites. These are hypocrites. No matter what, they're right and you're wrong. No matter what, they're white and you're all the other colors. This is the congregation of the hypocrite. And they are being found out, and it's being made known. People see this, that they are just blatantly lying to the people, blatantly deceiving the people, and blatantly coming in with their NWO to try to keep going, but it's going to be brought down because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said he's going to bring it down. Esau, you are the end of the world. You're the only people that don't continue on because you've done too wickedly. You've done way too wickedly, and this is your end. Joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. It's Job 15 and 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate. They're going to be desolate. And these nukes are going to make them desolate. And that desolation goes across Babylon the Great, which is America, aka America. And Babylon has the exact same, or not exact same, but their destinies, Babylon's destiny and judgment is intertwined with Edom's destiny and judgment. And their manifest destiny is to be made desolate. It's not going to be all at once in 1 hour, just like Babylon, because Babylon's going to get struck with nukes, and it's going to burn for a long time. But that'll be that, and nobody will live here, and it'll be a memorial. But with the Edomites, once Babylon is nuked, most of them are going to pass away in that, but not all of them, because there's still going to be Edomites left, or all Edomites in Babylon will be gone. But then there's going to be Edomites left around Europe, around Australia, different parts of the earth, and then as well as their elite, who are really, that's the problem. These are really the top hypocrites and the top of the wicked. They're going to hide away in their bunkers, and the elect are going to come down and take them out of those bunkers, remove them out of those bunkers, and give them chains and put them to work, cleaning up bodies around the earth. They're going to be the first fruits of slavery. But from there, Edom is going to be reborn back into the new world, into the new kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, as slaves, all of them. They're all going to feel this judgment. If they're here now, they're going to be back in the kingdom. Or it's just is what it is. They get reborn back into that kingdom, into the kingdom of heaven, under the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as our scattered. Edom's going into slavery. And then 1,000 years after that, they will be done away with. Obadiah 1 and 18. They will be made desolate. This is the congregation of hypocrites. It says, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. That's what they do. Go around the earth, bribing, making treaties with people that they can't keep, bribing foreign officials to push their policies so that they can eventually get in there and start stealing resources. This is the problem of the earth, these Edomites, and they are falling and falling fast. Job 20 and verse 4 says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? And that is the wicked. Malachi 1 and 4. They shall call them the border of wickedness. Wherever they go, they bring wickedness. They bring disease. They bring death. They bring robbery. You know, the devil came but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Even their technology, which seems like a godsend, it's always on the other side. You find out it's giving you cancer, or killing you, or hurting you, or it's corrupting this or corrupting that. It's making the children like this. None of it is good. This is the border of wickedness. And they are the wicked. So-called Caucasians, including the tiny tops, they're all the Edomites. Just the tiny tops are Amalek and their head tribe, but altogether they make up the wicked, the border of wickedness. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short. So these Edomites, they were released for a short season, and we're at the end of that short season. It says, in the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. Pushing all these rights, they are the hypocrite. They go around the earth telling people that they are the people of the book, but then they don't even use the book. They use a whole nother book. They use the mud towel. They go around the earth telling people that they're the Christians. And then they go and say that the laws are done away with. These are hypocrites. They've gone around the earth, or they've just been talking about, don't tread on me, and their two-way rights. What do they say? Better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6. And all these things, like they stand up for these rights, but they're just hypocrites. These are just hypocrites. There's nothing to trust about these people at all. And we can see that their triumphing is over. Everyone's turning on them. People see this. Even their own's turning on them. It's as though his excellency mount up to the heavens, because they're at the top of the social hierarchy, and his head reach unto the clouds, because that pride is all the way up there. And they've even set themselves into the heavens with their satellites and into the clouds with those satellites as well. But the Lord's about to bring them down. And this also should remind you of Obadiah. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. You are the only nation of people that will be done away with completely. Another example of them being hypocrites. The Bible says this about them, but they are in control of the Bible, and they've pushed out their fantasy version of the Bible, and they've told everybody that everyone can make it, everybody could be saved. But they get the big G word. They get taken off of this planet forever, their whole entire seed line. Hypocrites. Only people that could be saved are the Israelites, and of that, only one third. Edom, there's no place of repentance for them, but they will tell you that there is. These are hypocrites. They will also tell you that the Lord loves everybody, even though it says that the Lord hates Esau and his descendants. And these are just hypocrites. They're liars. There's nothing to trust about these people, the ones that are actually Edomites, because we do have Israelites that call on the name, and I'm saying only them, that call on the name, that have that appearance of an Edomite, but they're actually Israelites. You can trust them because that's a brother. If they have the correct doctrine and correct name, yeah. But everybody else, anybody calling the name of JC, you can't trust them. You can't trust any of these Edomites out here. They are liars. And they're bloody people. They'll kill you. And they're trying to, right now, they're trying to make America white again. Quote unquote, but they're red in the first place. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Verse 8 too. He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found, yet he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. He's just going to be a dream. Eventually, 2,000 years from now, children are going to ask about the devil. And it'll just be an old story. Like, yeah, these red people existed, and they were the most wicked of all time, and we had messed up severely, that the Lord allowed the wicked to triumph over us. But it was only for a moment. But while they were there, they were the worst of all time, the wicked, the hypocrite. But it was only for a moment. And so Esau's revealing himself. He's showing himself. That man of sin, that man of lawlessness is being revealed. So Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, all praise, all honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.